YouTube. This is Q&A part 5, Casey 1983. Do you take Faith to a mom's group or play group? There is none around here, like substantially any big thing around here. The town that I live in is pretty boring. So I kind of had to find, someone to have a play group with myself. And my sister babysits this one little girl, and the mom, I got her Facebook, and we talk on Facebook, and we had a play date about 2 weeks ago. I uploaded the video of that, Faith's first play date, and so that's kind of how I'm going to have play dates, to just find people, my XX Anna Love XX. If your husband decided that he no longer wanted to be a Christian and always talked about how stupid he thought religion was and didn't want to hear about it, would you leave? Which I'm sure you couldn't imagine, but could you answer hypothetically? You're right. I couldn't imagine that, but because Jeremy's the one that, kind of set the example and led me to be a Christian to where I am. But to answer hypothetically, I don't think I would leave. I would keep encouraging him, and if he didn't want to hear about it, I would encourage him through my own personal walk with the Lord, through example, because that's how, sometimes we give the greatest testimony of our lives, is just living by example. I'd set him down, see what's going on in his life, why he wanted to turn away, really have deep conversation, because me and Jeremy really do have really good communication together, and we never go a day without not talking. So I just, keep praying for him and praying for him and praying for him. But if ever, his morals overrid mine, where, he went out and did something that affected our relationship, like adultery or something like that, then I would leave, because it is biblical to leave, if you can't work out for adultery. So, yeah, I don't think I would leave, because I love him, and I would just try to help him come back to the Lord. So, I don't believe in just, getting up and leaving without a substantial, reason, and until you've tried to work things out. Now, if the other person doesn't want to change at all, sometimes everybody has a different story. So, this is from Tomax26. How has faith impact on your relationship with your husband? Many women, once they have a baby, all focus on baby, and the husband comes second. How do you deal and ensure a healthy relationship? That's a really good question. It is really hard, because the baby takes a lot of your time, physically, emotionally, mentally, takes all your energy, and it seems like all day long you're tending to your baby's needs, and then your husband comes home and he needs you to talk to and, relax with, and, but the baby wants you, and it's really hard to find time sometimes. But when she's taking a nap or she goes down for bed, we try to read the Bible together. We're always talking. As soon as he comes home, we're talking, like, how was your day, stuff like that. We never miss out on that, not a day. I answer the door when he gets home. He didn't have to unlock it himself. I answer the door, he gives me a kiss, Faith a kiss, and we'll ask each other how our day is, stuff like that. That kind of keeps us intertwined, because if me and my daughter have a good relationship and me and my husband don't have a good relationship, then really me and my daughter's relationship is just a false good relationship. It's not really good, because she needs to see her mom and dad love each other. That's what a child needs. They need to see their parents thrive together, and I didn't have that when I was little. My mom and dad didn't treasure their marital relationship. So when I grew up, I did have trouble, relating to men and boys and marriage and stuff like that, because I thought marriage was just to have kids and then you grow apart. So I really do believe it is important for us to show Faith, a good, healthy relationship between us. The next question is from Sion Child, I think I said that right. How will you deal with Faith when she's older if she doesn't want to be a Christian? How do you deal with other Christians, the one who claims to be Christians? And I always say, if these are God's people, then God can't be so great. If Faith, which I really can't imagine her not wanting to walk with the Lord, because we plan, right now we even read the children's Bible to her. We, try to instill the Word in her now, and we always will. We always want to live by example. We're going to homeschool her. I'm going to teach her everything she knows. I know I can't protect her from everything, but I'm going to do my hardest to give her the best life, the best godly perspective on everything, and just, teach her that way. And I believe, as it says in the Bible, if you teach a child the ways, even if they turn from them, they will come back. They will always come back to it because you have taught them so well. They will always come back. They will always find the Lord again. And but if she doesn't, she's always still my daughter. I don't ever believe in turning my back on somebody, that's not a Christian. I'll just pray for them, and I'll keep encouraging and live my life, so that they may see God. How do you deal with other Christians that claim to be Christians? And she says, if these are God's people, then God can't be so great. Well, don't blame God for how people act. Hold on, let me check my time really quick. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, don't blame God for how people act. People are people. People have things in their head, and you don't even know if they're Christians. Sometimes you don't even know if they are, or, all this stuff. People tell lies, and they tell them pretty good. And then some others don't, because then you see it live throughout their life. They're a Christian in church, and then when they get outside of church, they, live like hell. But, God is God. God is powerful. God is pure. God is holy. He's innocent. Pure and holy and mighty and strong, and He's created these people. He is not earth. He lives in us, but people have free will. They're going to do what they're going to do. They might claim to be gods, but does God claim that they're His? We're not all made, to understand God. We can't understand God, and people will claim to be Christians and claim to know the Lord, but really not. They're just being lukewarm. So just because some people are living in a different way than, true followers of Christ are supposed to be living, doesn't mean that God thinks that that's okay, because it's not okay. He doesn't recognize that as okay. So those people usually live just false, fake lives because they claim one thing, yet they don't live it out. And you can clearly see it. I can clearly see it. But I deal with those people just like I would deal with anybody else. I'm not going to judge, somebody. I'm not going to turn away from those people. But, if they're living out lives, that aren't godly, and they want my advice on something, I will tell them, truthfully. Sometimes I get tired of, the world of sin, and I just don't want to be around anybody. But we have to go around people and live the true gospel out, even in front of those people, even sometimes when it's hard, when you just want to sometimes shake people and say, here, listen. But, God will take care of everybody, and we just got to pray, keep praying. But don't let those people be a reflection of God, because God is greater than people. So, I hope I answered that right. I know that sometimes I get tongue-tied because I'm very exhausted. So, let me check. I'm Miss Jerry 87. What if Faith doesn't want to be homeschooled? What are you going to do about Faith having friends and learning how to socialize and interact with other kids her own age since she will be homeschooled? If Faith doesn't want to be homeschooled, then she doesn't want to be homeschooled. I'm not going to, keep her from going to a public or private school. But if she does want to go to school, I really would want to pick a private school, a Christian academy, and I'd be willing to spend, we'd be willing to spend extra money on it because we want to make sure that she's getting godly curriculum. But I really, really do want to homeschool. I don't think that she'll really know the difference if she doesn't, know that there is, school out there. If she never goes to preschool. I do want to teach her, and I do plan to take her out on field trips. There's a homeschool curriculum usually in every state, I think, or every city, that those people, all the homeschool people meet up, once a month, once every other month, and take them to the museum, science museum, do activities with them where they can socialize with other kids, but with the parents there, and the parent being the teacher, and I'll know what she's being taught, not having somebody else really teach my kid things that I don't agree with. And I just believe the school systems are going down the drain. I don't want her learning things, from other kids and all this kind of stuff. As I said again, I cannot protect her from everything. but I want to do my best that I can do. And school is not about friends and adventure; it's about learning. So she can make friends through church. I'll take her to church groups, Sunday school, play groups, play dates. I mean, there's no play groups around here, as I said, but play dates. Find other moms whose kids are around her age. Just do stuff like that with her. Take her to theme parks and just learning centers and stuff like that. We want to make it fun with her, and we want to make every experience a learning experience and a golf day experience. So that's what we plan on doing. So thank you guys for your questions. If you have any more, just let me know.